All right, hello Americans. This is Podcast versus the World. We're in all your podcasting locations. This is Cameron L. Abington. How's everybody doing today? First of all, we want to thank everybody who been downloading the podcast episodes. I know I've been behind. It has been a hectic week. This isn't my only job. We want to let everybody know we're sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink. All right, there we go. Do the doobie do. We'll move slow. My camera is moving very slow, so I apologize if my lips aren't catching up to my words or vice versa. You know how that goes. If you go to doobie.gg, use code podcast versus the world, 10% off your order helps the channel. All right, you can see at the bottom of the ticker down there, has all the information. Also has my email, podcast versus the world 76 at gmail.com. We want to let you know we're on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Hey, if you listen to the show, like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing. Doesn't cost you a dime to like and subscribe. So today, let's just get into it. We have heard a lot about the America First agenda. There's a lot of people that are upset, saying we're not America First. There's a lot of people that are mad. A lot of people. A lot of people inside MAGA. This America First is a doctrine that's been it's with Donald Trump, but I believe you're going to see more Democrats. I've said this before. You will see more Democrats use more of the America First parts ideology, right? Because what you're saying is we need to take care of Americans first. Every government in the world says that, right? They should say that, right? You know, I believe in America that we should all I think we're all trying to get to the same objective of be able to pay your bills, live a happy life, blah blah blah, blah blah. So you guys get what I'm saying. Um, and we're watching an American first president not be America first, right? And we're gonna go over the policies of America first, and we're gonna break them down. Is America first leaving out Americans? Who wins? Who loses? Right? And we're gonna go through each one of the policies. I've seen here. I got them listed as I'm looking at them right now, and I'm looking at them. I'm like, let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. And then I believe there were some other things that Donald Trump ran on that right now, if you're looking and being honest about the assessment, don't tribalize this situation. We have to understand each other. When we're talking about stuff like this, we can't tribalize. We have to sit here and look at the things for what they are. It doesn't mean that you can't have an opinion. I have opinions about everything. Opinions like buttholes. Everybody has one. All right. Always remember that. All right. Everybody has an opinion, rightly or wrongly. We all have an opinion because we're thinking people. We're free thinking people. Okay. You're free thinking. I'm free thinking. We're free thinking people. And that's okay. That's what it should be. We should be able to sit and think for ourselves. We should be able to sit here and have conversations with people. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So let's go through it. The first thing is economic nationalism. Now, this is a controversial one. It says tariffs on imports, right? Especially from China to protect American industries. So let's go through this first. Tariffs normally do protect certain American industries, right? You would agree with that. If I told you we put tariffs on Chinese steel, I don't know if they're a company that makes steel, but let's just say they do, right? And you want to help American steel prosper in America. Other presidents have done it. I believe Obama, when he brought out when he was giving money to everybody, I can't think of what the policy was called, They had a deal where you had to buy American steel, stuff like it was basically a protectionism. Didn't tariff the other side. It said if you get this money, you have to buy American steel. All right, if I remember correctly. All right. Presidents have done it for years to help American industries. Now it helps for a little bit. Everybody will tell you that it'll help, but you can't keep it forever. It's not something that's sustainable. You got American Steel is going to have to sit here and become competitive with their pricing and everything else, right? And so it's not the greatest thing in the world. It will help short term. Now you look at it right now, what's going on in America, it's a little different. We've withdrawn from trade deals, some that he actually set up himself during his first administration. I guess he must have forgotten. Nobody reminds him. Hey, you kind of set this up. He redid the NAFTA. Was it USMCA? That's Trump. That's Trump. Let's look that up. I want to make sure I'm correct on that. USMCA. I believe that's a Trump policy. Let's look this up real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Under Donald Trump. Okay. I'll make for sure. Yeah. It was negotiated under Donald. This is Donald Trump's that he's went away from. And now we're fighting trade partners. Mexico and Canada. Makes no sense. I mean, if you look at the economic nationalism that we're doing now, what has it done for us? They'll tell you they've raised all this money. Well, who actually pays the tariffs? It's not the other country. Remember, it's protectionism. It's a deterrent from buying from other countries. I totally get the sentiment. I totally get it, but it doesn't help. Doesn't help us. American countries are paying for it. It's another tax on Americans. What do you think the company is going to do when they have to pay these tariffs? What do you think? Who do you think is going to take? American companies aren't that let's see, heroic. I don't know how you want to put it. They're not going to sit here and keep paying these tariffs. Now, right now, we haven't. Right now, as I speak, it is July 27th, and as I speak right now, it hasn't hit. A lot of companies saw what Trump was doing, and they overbought stock. They stocked up. They stocked up from China. They stocked up from wherever they got their sources from, and they said, "Okay, we're going to wait." And they're waiting. I think the first time you're going to see the tariff prices really hit, and there's prices going up. You look here and there around Christmas. That's about right. Right around Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas. I think in that fourth quarter, I think you'll see it because now the stock they've bought are running dry, and the stuff they would normally buy you little trinkets from Dollar Store and all that's going to be more expensive. And these companies aren't going to sit there and eat that. We can't expect them to. I think it's I think it's crazy for us to expect these companies to sit here and eat that. I think it's nuts. I think it's nuts to believe they're going to sit there and eat that. They won't do it. And right now, it's the stock market's kind of holding steady because they're like, okay, he usually backs off, and then Trump comes out with these deals. But then when you look deeper into the deal, quote unquote, the deal, and you start reading other newspapers and things of that nature, saying, well, like Japan, he was so proud of this Japan quote unquote deal. Japan's like, there's no deal. We haven't written. There's nothing in paper. There's no signing. There's no deal, right? I mean, there's no deal. There's a supposed deal, but there's no deal. There's no deal with Japan. I mean, and he's so proud of it. It's like, what's the point? Now, the whole idea of this economic nationalism is to buy American, hire American. Okay. That idea is a great long-term goal. And I agree, that's something we should do. But right now, Until these countries decide to really invest in America, they're not. This whole $550 billion, I don't know if you heard about that. Japan said, no, we didn't say we were going to do that. And I mean, Trump was even like, hey, they're going to give us 90% of the income they make off of it. Does that even make sense? Does that make sense? If it doesn't to you, it doesn't to me. So trust me, it doesn't make sense for a country to invest $550 billion in America and only take 10% of the profit. If a country were to make that deal, you have to be an imbecile, right? And then, we have another deal that, as of right now, talking about Australia, and they're going to let us start bringing American beef over to Australia. Well, Australia already exports billions of dollars of beef, billions of dollars of beef as of right now. Why would they? Okay, I guess we get to send our beef over there. It doesn't do anything. If they're one, I mean, right now, countries who are needing beef because of Donald Trump and his tariffs, they go to Australia. If you didn't know, we're making Australia a lot of money. So I guess if the plan was to make Australia rich again, good job, Donald Trump. So right now, the economic nationalism, I think that's a fail. I think that's a loss for America. I think that's a loss. Don't let the numbers fool you. When they sit here and throw up the numbers in your face and say, oh, look at all this money we've made in the month of July or June. I can't remember how many billions of dollars they took in. That's money from American companies. That's how the tariffs work. We went over how tariffs work. If anybody's who's listening to this needs look for I have a video talks about tariffs and explains tariffs very easily. It's not hard. I mean, we can go over it real quick. If I'm America and I buy something from China and they have a 10% tariff on Chinese goods, I buy the products from China, pay any taxes, whatever that would be, before I can take the merchandise from China. This is after I've already paid China for the product. I have to pay an additional 10% of whatever the order was before I can receive those items from China. That's how it works. That's how they're making money. GM said they've lost over $1 billion worth of revenue because of these tariffs. Ford, they asked the COO of Ford, and he said, please tell Mr. Trump. They asked him, what was one thing you would want from Mr. Trump? Oh, hey, how about we get rid of those tariffs? They're killing us. They're killing us because we get our parts from Mexico and Canada. Everything can't be made in America right now. They'd have to build the infrastructure to build all that takes time. Trump's giving them 2 years. Some of this stuff's going to take, I've heard estimates of 5 to 10 years before they can really get a play. You got to build a foundation. Everything's got to be done correctly. First, you got to find the spot, build the spot, make sure you can get the materials to build the crap that build the stuff you're wanting to build. It's not as fast as what Donald Trump is saying. You want to half-ass it like Alligator Alcatraz? What are we talking about? Number 2 on this is immigration restriction. Border wall, a physical barrier along the U.S.-Mexico border. Travel bans, restrictions on immigration from several predominantly Muslim countries. Ending DACA, reducing legal immigration. Moves to restrict both legal and undocumented immigration. We are a country of immigrants. If you were to ask any American, and you would say, my immigration policy is going to be 1, we're going to get rid of the gangbangers and the illegal immigrants who are violent offenders. Every American agreed to. That's a topic. If you look at Trump's numbers on immigration, on that question alone, I think most Americans be like, 100%, we're with you. We're with you. What gets sticky is when we're getting people who've been in the country for years, done nothing wrong. Maybe they didn't get their paperwork right. Maybe they ran out of money. It's whatever. A lot of things happen. And now we're getting people at the store. We're going to, they said now they're going to start using their AI system to, if you get any kind of Medicaid, which once again, illegal immigrants cannot get Medicaid, not federal Medicaid, but we won't, I'm not going to go into that. Um, and you start from there, and I mean, they're getting people at their jobs. They're getting people who are going to court. They go to court thinking they're doing the right thing, and they're getting snatched up. Not no rights. They're taking their rights away. You have rights in America. Due process, no due process. Snatch them up. We have these hoods with stuff covering their faces. Someone with Nazi tattoos on them. Yeah, we have Nazis running around doing this. I mean, and Donald Trump thinks it's the right thing, and he's proud of it because Stephen Miller's a racist. Yeah, I'll just say it. Stephen Miller's a racist, and we're okay with that. People aren't okay with it. If you look at the numbers on polling, this is one of his. This is a low topic. This is low. People look at it like this isn't right. Like I said, if you're saying we're getting out violent offenders, gangbangers, things of that nature, everybody would agree with you. They would say, "Yeah, with you, 100%, 1,000% with you." But now we get grandmas, aunts, uncles, kids, people who are. I mean, we we have people been here for years, and that's what we're doing. People don't like that. They ain't with it. They're like, no, I don't like that. And now you look at farmers, and they're sitting there crying, we can't get our crops done correctly. Oh, we thought we was gonna get, actually, I've seen videos. They thought black folks are gonna jump back in the fields. Nah, homeboy, we ain't anybody doing that. You know, you look at cattle ranchers and other people in other industries, construction. You know, they like having the cheap labor. I mean, that's a little nasty American secret. They love the cheap labor. They love it. They love it, and secretly, America loves it. Secretly, they'll never come out and say, "Oh, we just love cheap labor because we don't have to pay them as much as we would if we had an American citizen come work here." They'll never say that, but that's the truth. That's the truth. So if you look at immigration restriction, it's a fail. These guys actually put money into the economy. They pay into our Medicaid system. They can't get it. But if they're working a job where they take taxes out, hey, they're paying into the system. The policy that Donald Trump is running is a racist policy. It has nothing to do with immigration. I've said it before in other videos. It's about preserving the white race. I've said it. I've said it very loudly and proudly. This is what it's about. We don't have to sit here and lie about it. This is exactly what it's about. It's about preserving the white race. And they're tired of seeing these white girls messing with these Mexicans and blacks, having all these babies, and watching their population jump up while the white population goes down. Yeah, that's what it's about. You can tell me, you can say it's not. That's exactly what it's about. And one day maybe we'll do a connect the dots video, but that's exactly what it's about. Foreign policy, non-intervention, no more endless wars, withdrawal troops from Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, skepticism of NATO and international alliances, right? They're saying they don't pay their fair share, unilateralism, prioritizing, good Lord, bilateral deals and U.S. sovereignty over global cooperation. Why did we just bomb Iraq? Or Iran, I should say. Why did we just bomb them? What happened to Afghanistan? And I'll have this war done in 24 hours. Why are we giving money to Israel? What is it, $4 billion a year? $4 billion a year? put it in the bottom of other countries, and then we come up and clean up whatever they can't get done. Why is that? Why do we support a country that's doing a genocide in real time as we speak, as we look? Genocide in real time. This foreign policy thing's full of crap. We were just in a war. What are we talking about? Didn't we just bomb the Houthis? Didn't we do that? I thought we were supposed to be a no more endless wars. Now, if you listen to all these people in Congress, because they're paid by Israel, and they're super paid by Israel. Israel pays them a lot of money to do what they want them to do. Donald Trump's bought and paid for. They say he's made upwards of $200 million from Israel super PACs and Israel donors, donors who are loyal to Israel. What are we talking about? And people are pissed. We've put Israel's goals over America's. That's exactly what we're doing. We have homeless people on the streets. I'm going to do a video, I believe, over homelessness. Because it's time we start taking some people to task about this. This is ridiculous. The homeless population. So it's a video coming on that. There's a video coming on that. Because the person who I want to be elected president, I'm about to take him to task because I don't like what's going on. But we put all this money to foreign governments, while here's a kicker: we cut Medicaid and food stamps to people who need it in America, but we still pay Israel $4 billion a year to do a genocide, and not one person sticks up. How many Congress people do you know that'll stand up to the Israel money? Listen to them talk. Republican and Democrat. That's why, you've heard me say they're two heads of the same snake. It's just one is a little better than the other. Depends on the day of the week. Depends on the day of the week. This foreign policy is a lie. It's a lie. Yeah. Yeah, you may be America first, but we're sitting here bombing people. We're giving money to watch a genocide happen. Our own president was like, oh, yeah, we should just get rid of them so I can make a new French Riviera in Gaza. What? What? This isn't working for you. This isn't working for America. What does this guy do with America? We should be ashamed of ourselves watching what's going on with Israel. Quit giving them bombs. No, but we sit here and we support a dictator in Netanyahu. I'll call him a dictator. Call him what you want to. A war criminal, should be in prison. And we're watching a genocide in real time. People, listen, you want to look it up? Look it up on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Look it up. The hungry people in Gaza begging for food. And then when they come for aid, they get killed. But we're okay with that. We're Christians. We're Christians. We're Christians. Having all these idiots jump around here that's claiming to be Christians or whatever as they watch a genocide in real time, and they don't say a damn word about it. But they're Christians, right? Don't believe that Christian crap either that they're coming out with. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. Don't believe that nonsense. Christians should be on this list too of stuff for America first. It's all a lie. The Christian stuff they're saying is a lie. But it's not on my list. So once again, foreign policy, fail. Law and order. Populism. Farming law enforcement as defenders of American values. Positioning elites, the media, and the deep state as enemies of the people. Oh boy. Where do I start? January 6th. We had a bunch of people storm the Capitol, beat up cops, but guess who pardoned all of them? Guess who pardoned? All the people January 6th that beat up the cops. Remember, they're supposed to, protect the blue, respect the blue, right? Right? Remember that? Who let them out of jail? Oh, the leader of the America First, MAGA, let them out of jail. Some of them were rapists and all this other stuff, but we let them out of jail. But we believe in law and order. Do you really? Do you really? In the deep state, we have a whole cover up in front of our eyes in real time. We're watching it as we go. The Epstein files. We're watching a cover up. We're watching a man cover his ass as fast as he can. He can't cover it up fast enough. We got his DOJ, one of his his own attorney that works for the DOJ now, going to talk to one of the child molesters. The sex traffickers is what they like to call them. Why don't we just call them what they are? Pimps. I'm tired of them giving them little cutesy names to make everybody feel good. They're a pimp. They're pimps. So we got these pimps running around here. We got one in jail. They're gonna give her limited limited immunity. I don't even know what that means. We'll have to see. But my understanding, if she lies, she goes back to jail. We'll see. Because guarantee what's going to happen is all she's going to say is Donald Trump didn't do anything, and they're going to try to wrap it up. They're going to say, slap their hands together. We're done. You'll see. Nothing to see here. We told you. Which is a damn lie. There's more. Listen, you want to read some journalism? Go to Wall Street Journal. There's stuff coming out every day about this. I'm not even caught up on the Wall Street Journal. I'm about to sit here. When I get done with all this stuff today, I'm going to sit and read the Wall Street Journal. I want to see what they got to say about it. I'm interested. And this election integrity claims, emphasis on voter ID laws and audits, often tied to baseless claims of fraud. Once again, he didn't lose the 2020 election. He got beat. He tried to overturn an election. What are we talking about? So once again, law and order, fail. And opposition to globalism, threats or actions to defund or leave global bodies, just dumbness. Exiting the Paris Climate Accord, arguing it hurt U.S. jobs. Does it? There was jobs made for the green sector. His big beautiful bill, the one that's supposed to be for America, it cut jobs. There was over 150,000 jobs. I live in Kansas, a battery plant. I don't know if that's going to keep going. I mean, they're going to try to keep it going. They need the jobs. We're supposed to be proud of that. We're supposed to be proud of that. Let's go back to coal mining and really what? That's you can tell when you got an old guy running stuff, right? Who's scared of going into new technology they don't understand or something. They're like, I like the old ways. I like when we used to go get coal. We used to be coal miners and get black lung and and all that. Ain't gonna be his ass in the coal mines. He don't give a shit. I guarantee what happened was the coal miner money came in. They said, hey, we sure like to get those coal mines back running again. Even though they're dangerous. They're dangerous. Doesn't help America. The Paris Accord, listen, we got to live on this earth. We got grandkids. Kids, grandkids. There's going to be people that have to live here. Sorry, Elon Musk. I don't know when you're going to make it to Mars. I'm pretty sure that'll be a nice little conversation on who gets to go and who gets to stay. Let's see how that works. We have to live on this earth. So when you have people that don't believe in science and don't believe what you see, heat waves, you're seeing more natural disasters. But you got people that don't believe. This goes into my next energy independence, expanding oil, gas, and coal production. Are you effing kidding me? When you have the sun and you have the wind, what does Trump say? Oh, those windmills are just ugly. Those windmills make money. Putting them up, we need to work on the energy grid. But once again, old man, old thoughts, old ideas. He's not made for this time. He should have been back in the 50s. He'd have been happy. They had to worry about them black people, Mexicans running around here. He'd been perfect back then. He's a fail. Opposition to globalism, fail. Energy independence, fail. Why can't we have both? Why can't we have green energy? Why can't we have both? Now they're saying with the green energy, when they took it out of the bill, took out the EV and the green energy subsidies, people's electricity bill going some places their electricity gonna jump up $100. Electricity's already high. What the hell are we talking about? I mean, what the hell are we talking about? And then let's look at the big beautiful bill. His big America First bill. This is what, if you look at the big beautiful bill, this is what he's saying to Americans. This is who I am. This is what MAGA is about. So let me get this straight. A MAGA is about making millionaires and billionaires more money, crippling poor people. We're taking away people's insurance and health care. We're taking away all that. So millionaires and billionaires have more money in their pocket. We're taking away green energy. We're giving subsidies to people who already make billions of dollars. I'm pretty sure oil and gas don't need extra help. Like I said, ideas of an old man, ideas of an old mind. He should have been in the 50s. He'd have been happy. He'd have been happy. He's not made for us. He's not like us. He's not made for America. At least not this day and time. That's an old man's thought. But his great American bill, the big beautiful bill, the big beautiful disaster. Most Americans disagree with it. But see, there's a lot of Americans who sit there and they'll sit there and prop it up. Oh, I love Donald Trump and I love that bill. Okay, we'll wait. The first test is going to be when the ACA subsidies run out, January 2026. California has already said that 600,000 people are going to jump off of insurance because they can't afford it. Bill's too damn high. Let's see how that works. I want to see that. Let's see what happens. When you got Republicans, we got MAGA people. It's going to hurt everybody. But I want to see the people who are sitting there championing the MAGA movement when it hurts them the most. It's going to hurt everybody. I don't want to see anybody hurt. But there are people who voted for this man, and I just talked over his policies. And I'm like, they're not working. We're not great. There are things to make ourselves great. Yes. Do we have problems? Of course. But he's a man trapped in the 50s. He's not ready to lead us in today's time. He's not. He is an old man with old ideas. If you can't get with the time, get out the way. You are imputing progress. If that is what your goal is, wonderful. You've done your goal. You are not making America better. You have done nothing to make America better. That's the point. You've done nothing. Your old man ideas, your old ways of thinking doesn't work in this time. Your destruction of education, your destruction of of all these policies we put in place to safeguard Americans, you're not for America. You're for rich people. I don't work hard every day, so my tax dollars can go help another billionaire sit here and put some more money in his account. Where all they're going to do is get the extra money, put it in an account somewhere where it gains 7% interest, and just sit here and let it rot. I don't pay my taxes for you to sit here and give money to Israel so they can go in and do and kill people and do a genocide. We're watching in real time, watching they just start fights with other people, knowing they got America. They got America in their back pocket. What kind of sense does that make? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I'm just sitting back. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But there we are. And the big beautiful bill is the biggest slap in the face in America. And we can all say it. But that's his. This is what America First means. The big beautiful bill. Do you think that's what America means? Hurting others? I mean, are we the country that sets up alligator Alcatraz and supposed to be proud of it? Like it's something cute? Really? That's what we're doing now? That's who we are now. Okay. I just need to know. I need to know from one man to another, one person to another, one human to another. That's who we are now. But that is the America First policies. We told you we'd go through a winner and a loser. America's the loser. We don't need to go any further than that. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. It is a not your normal podcast. We will talk about the Ghislaine Maxwell. Good Lord, that whole situation. We'll probably do a podcast on it next week, guaranteed. Right now, we've been going live on YouTube. We need more of you to show up. Come on now, we need you to show up on YouTube. We need to get those numbers up. We were doing lives on TikTok. TikTok shut us down because we told the truth. Not everybody's for the truth. Believe it or not, there are people who are not for the truth. They want to believe what they want to believe. Let's see, it's a little smaller. Boom, there we go. All right, so I mean that's what's going on. Remember, we're sponsored by Doobie Energy Drink. Go to doobie.gg. Use code podcast versus the world. Get 10% off your order. Remember the email podcast versus the world 76 at gmail.com. Don't forget we're on all your podcasting locations. If you see this, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Okay. We like to hear back from you. Please email me. If you see my stuff on TikTok under Cameron Abington, you see I'm on Facebook with Podcast vs. World and Cameron Abington. Either one, you can get a hold of me. Their topic you want to talk about is their critique of the video. Please let me know. I answer all questions as of right now. I get a few questions. I get a few questions. Any questions or comments about the videos, please let me know. Right? That's what we're here for. We're starting up a coalition of people, of thinkers. Like I said, I'm not a person that's in one camp or the other. Do I dislike Trump's policies? Yes. Yes. I see policies that are going to destroy America. I was watching stuff talking about what happens if America bank gets bankrupt. Hey, you do realize this bill adds money to our debt. Not a good thing. It's not a good thing to have money added to your debt. And eventually that money is going to make the pay go, which we've talked about pay go before if you've missed it, where they got to find money to equalize the bill. Wonder where they're going to get that from. Medicare, you think? But like I said, if you made it this far, we thank you and appreciate you. We love all the questions. We love all the things that we've been doing. We're trying to get to 10,000 people on TikTok. We're trying to get to 5,000 people on YouTube. We're trying to get our live numbers up. That's why I've been going on lives on YouTube 8 p.m. every day. Live show where we talk over news and notes. It's called Off the Top. Um, any participation is greatly appreciated. We'll get YouTube, we'll get TikTok back August 1st, I believe. And so we'll do a live. We'll come back bigger and better and stronger than ever. And we'll do maybe a dual show because I really like YouTube. I think YouTube's the way to go. TikTok, they're just trying to cover their ass, so I get it. Not tripping about it. I know they're trying to cover their ass because they don't want they're trying to keep Trump happy, and we gotta keep the extortionists happy. So that's our show for today. May God bless you. Stay safe. Stay woke. When I say stay woke, that means keep your eyes on the prize. Watch what's going on because they're watching you. We need to watch them. Keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize. Watch what's going on. Stay woke. America, we thank you. We love you. May God bless. Abington out.